Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Welcome back. It has been a warm and muggy night for many of us here in Middle Georgia. Temperatures actually on the rise from where they were earlier today. This looking out on the 41 sky view courtesy Georgia United Credit Union in Dublin, where we are continuing to see the fog. Everything pretty calm out there for this evening, and temperatures, like I said, are starting to warm up a little bit, sitting at 63 degrees out there right now. We're actually sitting at our high temperature for the day here in Macon already, and we're going to continue to see that warming through the overnight hours. But once again, dense fog advisory goes until 6 a.m. Most of this is kind of an advisory about driving. You want to turn on the low beams. Definitely want to take it easy. Give yourself extra time trying to get home out there this evening and into tomorrow morning. But you can see we're sitting at 70 degrees over in Montezuma, 63 in Dublin, and 65 here in Macon, with 66 over in Forsyth. You take a look across the rest of the southeast. Just out to our west, they're sitting in the 70s. Montgomery at 72 degrees, 74 in Jackson, Mississippi. Right now, 77 degrees in Memphis, where they are seeing severe weather moving through right now. Also notice the very cold air just out on the other side of that front. 44 degrees in Oklahoma City, where just earlier today they were sitting in those 60s as well. But this is kind of what we were talking about earlier, that severe weather setup. It has definitely come to fruition. We're looking at all of these tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings for tonight. And this system is what we're watching for our area tomorrow. Now, the good news is I don't think we're going to have quite the ingredients that they have just out to our west, but we're still watching that potential for severe weather. So this is kind of today's outlook into early tomorrow morning. Level 4 threat still out there for parts of the Boot Heel in areas of Missouri and Arkansas, also heading into parts of Tennessee and Kentucky for this evening. But for us tomorrow, this is kind of a look at where things are at. A level 1 threat for parts of Middle Georgia. The bulk of that does include Macon, Forsyth, Milledgeville, areas of Gray as well. So we're looking out for the potential for damaging wind gusts, maybe an isolated tornado, heavy rain and lightning as well. Most of this is going to be coming through after around 5 p.m. So here's kind of a look at what we're expecting. That warm front continues to lift. We'll see some scattered showers early in the day possible, especially if you're further west. But it's all about this line right here. So as that starts to move into Atlanta early in the afternoon, we're going to see that pushing through. But it's very likely that by the evening, this slows down a little bit, starts to break down a little bit. So we're going to see less of a threat for some severe weather, but still definitely have multiple ways to get those warnings. Now, by Sunday, we'll be clearing out, so there's some good news there before we start to cool down. But a closer look at what we're expecting for tomorrow. Once again, those 60s and 70s are back through the day tomorrow, but don't get too comfortable because that line of storms is on the way for the evening. This is around 8 p.m. pushing through Warner, Robbins, and Gordon. It should be out of here by midnight, though. And like I said, we'll be clearing out for Sunday and into much of next week as we start to warm back into the 70s by the middle of next week. In just 10 seconds, I'll have a look at our 7-day forecast.
At Volume Chevrolet, get oil changes for life, plus a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Visit Volume Chevrolet, I-75 exit 187 in Forsyth. That's VolumeChevrolet.com.
And here's your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast, sponsored by Volume Chevrolet. Tomorrow, temperatures in the mid-70s. We'll see the potential for severe storms once again, mainly after around 4 or 5 p.m. before midnight. All of that gets out of here, though, just in time for the end of the weekend. It is going to be a little bit cooler on Sunday with highs around 62 degrees, but don't worry, 70s are back for the middle of next week.